What's up, Blended Culture family? Welcome back to our channel, Blended Culture Creations. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Today we're going to make some strawberry bread. This recipe is great if you've got fresh garden strawberries at home. It even works if you have frozen strawberries in your freezer. This recipe will take about an hour to complete, 10 minutes or so of prep time and 50 minutes of cooking. Just have a few simple ingredients for this recipe. You're going to need granulated sugar, milk, oil, an egg, vanilla extract, all-purpose flour, baking powder, salt, strawberries, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour set aside for those strawberries. Just going to move my sifter to the side and we'll measure out this sugar. The recipe calls for 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. I'm not going to quite use that full amount, so my cups won't be quite full. Remember to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to see more videos. So next up, we're going to measure out our milk using natural 2% milk. So 1/2 cup of milk. I'm using 1/4 cup here to measure out, so I'm going to add 2/4 cups to get my 1/2 cup. Next, we're going to use vegetable oil. You can use any type of oil you like to use for cooking or baking. Crack an egg and add it to this mixture. We're going to stir together the sugar, milk, oil, egg. Just going to keep stirring up this mixture to make sure all these ingredients are combined well together, so that when we add it to the flour mixture we're about to put together, everything's nice and evenly distributed. In a separate mixing bowl, I'm now going to add all of our dry ingredients. For flour, we're using 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and we're going to add this through our sifter. Just recently I received a new hand sifter that I'm super excited to try out from friends of ours all the way down in Australia. Fellow YouTubers, Mitchy Boo, shout out. So we received the package in the mail, but I had since done this video, so hopefully I'll get to use it on an upcoming video here shortly. If you haven't already, subscribe to Mitchy Boo's channel. Make sure you guys go over, check out her and Tony. They're lovely, do lots of videos of cooking, shopping, some travel videos around Australia. Great couple, lots of humor. I'll leave a link to their channel in the description below. Added in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And we're going to grind a little bit of salt into the bowl as well. Let's mix this all together. Just so that everything is well combined. I love cinnamon. I add cinnamon to a lot of things that I bake. It adds just a little bit of an extra punch. So I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon to our dry ingredients. So we'll just mix this cinnamon in. Our final 2 ingredients are vanilla, and almond. So I'm using pure vanilla. Adding in 1 teaspoon. And I'm also going to add a teaspoon of almond. The cinnamon, vanilla, and almond spices and flavoring really stand out nicely with the strawberries in the loaf. I'm going to add our wet ingredients to the dry ingredients and take a minute just to stir this mixture until all of the wet and dry ingredients are combined. Don't want to overmix. Scraping the sides and the bottom, we want to make sure the flour is completely combined. Already pre-cut up my strawberries, 2 cups of diced strawberries. I usually buy extra strawberries in the summer, put them in my big deep freezer so that I still have them available to bake with or use in oatmeal throughout the winter. So it's like having local strawberries year round. I've just added 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour to the strawberries. I'm going to mix the strawberries and flour here together. This will help absorb some of the liquid from the strawberries when we add them to the batter. And we'll add the strawberries that have been floured gently into the batter and try to fold them in. I've already preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And I have greased a 9.5 by 5.5 inch bread pan so that they're ready for my strawberry loaf batter. I'm just going to spoon this batter in. See a couple of spots here of flour that hasn't quite been incorporated, so we're just going to make sure that's mixed in well. Time for the strawberry loaf to go into the oven. So again, remember the oven's been preheated to 350. Makes it a lot easier to ensure that we have the right bake time. Let's set the timer. Loaf cake's gonna bake for 55 minutes. And we'll clean up and come back. So it's been about 55 minutes. We're going to check on our loaf. About halfway through cooking, I like to cover it with a piece of tin foil just to prevent the top from getting too dark and crispy. It's a beautiful golden brown, smells delicious. You can smell the vanilla, you can smell the cinnamon and the strawberries. Just gonna grab a knife to test to make sure that the center is cooked. Perfect. Here's our finished product. So strawberry loaf cake, lots of great flavors, lots of smell, something different. I use frozen strawberries, and again, you can use fresh strawberries if you have them from your fridge. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Until the next one.